There will be occasions when you want to swap and update your blocks either in your project or in a specific drawing. Now, before we do anything else, let's make sure that we add our general swapping and updating blocks drawing to the project. So as usual, select the project there, right click, add the active drawing, and yes to the project default values. Again, make sure that you do this. It saves a lot of headaches later. So there's our sheet 003, swapping and updating blocks. We can do this in two ways. We can swap or update the blocks here. So if we go to the Edit Components panel, and you'll see up there, there's a swap update block right there. So we can do it that way, or we can do it from a project level. So if I go to Project first, right click, and go all the way down here to Properties, it tells me about the schematic libraries there. That's what I'm going to look at. If I click on the plus sign there and just slide the slider across, you'll see I'm using JIC 125 and 1251-. I'm going to select that, and I'm going to remove it. And I'm going to select that, and I'm going to remove it. Now you'd think that that might scupper our entire project. It doesn't, because what I can do is I can add and browse. And then I go and find my library folder, which is there. I'm going to change it to JIC1 and OK that. And just slide that across so I can see that. I'm going to move that up the list. So AutoCAD Electrical gives that a priority. I'm then going to add again and click on Browse. Go back to the library folder again and find the JIC1, but make sure that I also put the 1- in as well, that one there. Again, move that up. Give it priority over any of the other particular libraries that I've got in there. So if I OK that now, what I've got to do now is do that swap and update. So if I come to here, like that, I'm going to do this drawing wide, and I'm going to do a library swap like so. Now this is project specific, so I'm updating this on a project level. But drawing wide there, I can pick a new block from the icon menu. There's all these different things that I can set. I can update a block, or I can do a library swap. Now it's going to be a library swap, so if I OK that, it then takes me to a library swap all drawing, because I did drawing wide. There's my new JIC1. I'll do it only in the active drawing. Again, the rest of this I can just leave as is. Yes, copy all old blocks to new, active drawing, and you'll see it updating. You see they get a little smaller. You'll also notice things like attributes moving. So they've moved away from the motor and the latch relay coil there. So what I've done there is I've updated on that drawing my particular JIC standard and updated all the blocks in the drawing. Now if I go back up here, I can just click like that and I can swap everything back. So if I go to drawing wide like that again and do a library swap and click on OK, I can go and browse for a particular standard that I want to use. So if I used JIC 125 and OK'd it, that would update in there. And if I do that in the active drawing only, again it updates, and you'll notice the text gets bigger again. Notice though, the attributes where you've done the custom moves, they are still slightly out of place. So you would need to edit your attributes there again and move them back to where you had them closer to the components. Now I've done that on an active drawing level. What I need to do is go back to my project now, go back to properties and make sure I've got the right schematic libraries. Because at the moment, while we've done that one-off where we've gone back to 125 drawing wide, the default project ones still need changing. So I need to remove these, go back to add and browse, back to the library folder, and I need to go back to the 125 setting. So there's 125. I'll OK that there, and I'll move that up to give it priority. And again, add, browse, make sure I put the 125 1- in there as well. So I've got all the libraries in place like so. And again, move that up to give it a priority. Click on OK, and that is now updated in the project. So anything I use now in that project, if I just refresh that now, that'll all refresh and use the right standard for all the blocks that are used for the components in my electrical drawing.